going.
So quickly kicked off here by Sean Rigg, back to Tom Smith, out to Opie Edwards, who turns and gives it back to Miles Welch-Hayes, who looked to play over the top back towards Sean Rigg. He's been clattered into by Matt Williams, and the ball's out on the far side.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a 4-3-3 for Gloucester City, with Joe Parker the focal point up front, with Lewis Hall just off his left and Ed Williams just off his right.
Fine Williams, he looked to cut through here, looking to get Lewis Hall away, and he's just sort of bobbling the ball forward with no real attempt to tackle in the penalty area from Jack Batten. It's a short pass from Cundy forward, and Jack Compton looks to get that ball in early to Opie Edwards and get round the far side, but it's headed clear by Kieran Parcell. There's relatively few players in the box for Compton, looks to put it in, it goes right across the Fraser goal. It's put out by Parcell in front of Welch-Hayes, went all the way through everyone. Surely expecting someone to get close into that 6-yard area. As Compton whips that ball in again, gets toward Batten, and I think it's bundled just wide. There's a bit of a ooh going around the Buff supporters behind that goal, I think, possibly hoping that something struck a hand, but it'll be a goal kick for James Heyman to take. It will be Kieran Thomas once more to take the throw, and he finds Ed Williams, who'll get it down the line. Joe Hanks, who strikes it against Dan Ball's right foot and out for a corner as it looped away over Luke Southwood's goal. Looking to just get away from Ed Williams and drop it out to Miles Welch-Hayes, who slips briefly. It's on to Opie Edwards, looking to run inside Parcell, uses trademark close dribbling and speed. Gets inside and then out again, out to this far side. Gives it back to Welch-Hayes, his cross comes in. Watkins possession, controls it away from the defender. You can just squirm away from Williams. Gives it back to Welch-Hayes, or look to put that ball in towards the back post, and it's well caught by James Heyman. Played forward, Ed Williams, his touch is so close, it's brilliant to watch so far. Looking to get Lewis Hall beyond here. He's got him just in before the corner flag, and his cross stands up nicely, but nicely for Luke Southwood more than their attackers. They look to find Hanks, but it's flicked over. He has been nicked over, I think, by Dan Ball. It'll be a free kick in a pretty inviting position for Gloucester City. It will be Lewis Hall to play this one to the box. It's a lovely cross, and it just gets beyond, and it's all the way into the back of the net. Luke Southwood anticipating a touch, but Lewis Hall has put that ball into the back of the net, probably a 35-yard free kick, and Gloucester City take the lead. We're just talking about the first goal being of critical importance, and that one is going to be a real kick in the teeth for Bath City, and especially Luke Southwood.
Sean Rigg's down, and he's going to have to come off. Lee Williams, the Bath City physio, has made the international symbol for substitution by sort of whirling his two hands around each other, and it looked like he was sort of ankle sort of area for Sean Rigg, so I'm not exactly sure what the problem was.
Semenyo will now be allowed to come on.
And he's been replaced by number 12, Antoine Semenyo.
Here's Antoine Semenyo looking to get down the side. He skips lovely beyond Cundy. He's in here. So Antoine Semenyo stumbles a little bit under the pitch. He's got a few men across. Looks to flash it across. Oh, come towards Opie Edwards, but he couldn't get a touch on it. And it flashes all the way out to the far side for Miles Welch-Hayes. Gives it back to Tom Smith. He's got a bit of space now to dribble at his man. He drops it off to Matt Richards on the edge of the penalty area. Gives it in towards Watkins. He'll find Welch-Hayes on the far touch line. He's just thinking about crossing it, and eventually does, and it's cleared relatively comfortably with Kieran Parcell. But it comes to Opie Edwards, who turns well. He gets a bit of space. Opie Edwards, and it's a deflection over the dive of James Heyman into the corner of the net, and it's 1-all. Opie Edwards with the strike, just about a minute early, unable to get onto Semenyo's brilliant work down the side, and eventually it does fall for him on the edge of the box. Opie Edwards, it's 1-all.
Yeah, he was cutting inside across the 18-yard box, Opie Edwards. I thought he should have shot with his left foot. He obviously much preferred to do it on his right-hand foot. Did shift it back, managed to put the defender down, and then, yeah, strike deflected past the goalkeeper.
Semenyo just putting under Cundy under a bit of pressure. He's won the ball off him. Here's Opie Edwards, his Bristol City youth teammate. Looks to find Watkins, but is touched away. It's a free kick right on the edge of the penalty area. I think Watkins just a bit too firm of a tackle on him. It will be Jack Compton territory. He's already claimed the ball. I wouldn't be surprised to see him sort of drill it across goal towards Heyman's side, which possibly, or even pass it short to Tom Smith. We'll see now. Jack Compton, who does, and he's hit the post. It was a wonderful strike, taking my idea to hit it across Heyman. He gives it back now to the far side. Opie Edwards, who hits it against Webb. It comes away. Welch-Hayes getting inside now. He's just hacks it out to the far side. Jack Compton will look to try and keep it in, and he does so excellently well. Just keeps on the ball as well, looking to run up and stand up to Cundy. Flashes it across to the back post. It's hedged away before it can come to Tom Smith. And Webb completes the clearance. It's back in the back battles with Parker, who's barely been in the game for how good Gloucester have been. And here comes Jack Patton down the side, finds Opie Edwards. Tom Smith coming inside. He will find the Swindon loanee. He's coming away, looks to shake to shoot and does so, and it's kind of dropped in front of Heyman. I think the sand possibly made it slightly easier for him.
Bar City really on top at the moment, one possession back, high at the pitch on a couple of occasions there, and I think Gloucester City will just be looking to get into half-time at 1-0 with 5 minutes to go, because they're really on the back foot at the moment.
Watkins in that sort of space in between midfield and defence. He's got a bit of space here. He left up Semenyo. He'll come for Watkins! And it just flashes wide of the post. I think Edwards wants to leave it. It's just gone a bit ahead of him, and it's lovely work from the player now playing in that number 10 role for Bath City. Gives it out to Welch-Hayes on the far side. Got Opie Edwards with him. Drops it back to Tom Smith, who look to drive forwards in sort of Jack Wiltshire-esque way that he does. And gives it outside to Opie Edwards. Got Kieran Parcell on him, and he can get away here. Opie Edwards uses pace. He does well, and I think he should have been trying to hit Semenyo instead of the goal. It comes out towards Welch-Hayes, look to cross that ball across. It gets all the way to the back post and comes off the crossbar. Away from Watkins. Compton keeps it in. Bath City really putting the pressure on here. He's got Thomas on him. He looks to crash it across, it's headed away, but only to Straker. Straker's chest gets it to Compton, but he leaves it and might have been offside. Anthony Straker looking to come back. Got a bit of space now, gives it off to Semenyo. His quick dribbling gets him beyond. Pass is just short, but Webb did well. It's on the edge of the area. Watkins has sort of gone down, no penalty, says the referee, and that's a fair call. Really frantic section of play there for Bath City. Here's Straker, looks to flash it across, it'll get away, and it's sort of off the chest of Kieran Parcell, out for a corner to Bath City. It's one of those, we'll say, at Gloucester are living dangerously at the moment. As Compton looks to flash that ball in, come up towards Semenyo. Welch-Hayes, and it's, oh my God, it's come off the sand! And Welch-Hayes heads over the 2-1 to Bath City, and Twerton Park absolutely erupts.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to be, I think the defender and the goalkeeper gone each other's way. It looked like it was going to be a comfortable one for one of them to clear. They, as I said, almost neither went for it in the end. It looked like it did take a funny bounce off the sand as well as it bobbled into the net. But Bath City went here, they've turned it around, and they're now 2-1 up. Miles Welch-Hayes' third goal of the season.
Straker, yeah, probably just something different that Gloucester weren't thinking about beforehand that Semenyo's made them struggle a little bit more with. Gives it off to Compton. Compton looked to play Semenyo, and behind he is offside. I think it was probably pretty tight. I think the linesman has got it correct.
Yeah, it looked like he was leaning just a fraction offside, wasn't he? But if he'd left it, Opie Edwards had made a great run in behind him. He wasn't offside.
It will be half-time here at Twerton Park. A jubilant Roman faithful have seen an excellent first half turnaround from Bath City.
Gloucester get us underway. It's a really loose ball to start the second half by Jamie Edge, straight out of possession. Gloucester City decked out all in blue, kicking towards the Bath end in the second half. For those of you who are familiar with the Twerton Park geography, Bath City in their usual black and white stripes, black shorts and black socks. And the ball next goes out of play. We'll give you a run through of the two teams, but Welch-Hayes take this thrown into Semenyo, shows good strength, the young striker, and then rolls a nice ball out to Straker on the left-hand side, 25 yards out. Shifts it out to Compton, who's wide. Back to the captain, crosses in towards the centre of the ball. And there is Tom Smith with the header into the bottom corner. Joe was bigging him up at half-time. He's come up trumps in the opening 60 seconds of the second half. Bath City 3, Gloucester City 1. It's that man, Tom Smith.
Tom Smith needs to pay me as his height now. With an absolute fail, like a minute into the second half, he scored, and this is another type of goal I didn't even mention, that's a header. He's like 5'7". With excellent runs to the boxes, but he's not been picked up. It's a good ball in. It's 3-1 to Bath City.
Takes Tom Smith to 8 league goals for the season.
But yeah, I'd say it's relatively likely because they've started so quickly and Gloucester a little bit
Williams with a nice ball through here though for Tom Webb, and it's well held by Southwood. Really should have gone across goal to Hall, instead went for goal. Forced back to Haymon, a man who's on a 3-month loan deal from Exeter City. Poor clearance to Welch-Hayes on the halfway line. Got Oppie Edwards ahead of him, uses the opening goal score. He looks to skip inside, but can't beat his man, although dilly-dallying on the ball by Edge, and Bath City hurt back through Semenyo, who goes for goal. It's well blocked by Matt Williams. Then Semenyo gets it back in. No, Watkins goes for goal, but straight at Haymon in the Gloucester City goal. And at the moment, Bath City picking up all the loose balls. It's now with Anthony Straker just inside the Gloucester City half. Still moving forward, Straker elects to lay it off to Compton, who's stayed deep on this occasion. Inside to Andy Watkins. Back to Tom Smith now. Bath City keeping possession nicely, as we know they can. Compton, that's a good ball down the left channel for Watkins. He fixed him with the outside of his boot, and Edwards trying to arrive at the back post, but Lewis Hall did well to get there in front of him. Jack Compton to take this corner from the Bath City right, or being in swinger with his left foot towards the back post. Batten gets a head on it, but can only direct it behind as he's falling backwards and goes behind for a goal kick. They're on the front foot and feeling confident. Down ball now is quick, it goes down, plays a dangerous looking ball inside. Richards put under pressure, loses out here to 2 men. It's now Ed Williams, 25 yards out. Still with Williams, jinks inside, it's really good Williams. Oh, sliding challenge from down ball at the last minute as Williams looked like he was going to get in on goal. Gloucester can look to break through their captain Tom Webb. Goes back to Hall, who has a heavy touch, and then gives the ball away to Miles Welch-Hayes. And then plays a good ball out to Edwards on the right. Some space here, Edwards, as he drives into the area. Tries to cross to the back post, and it's gone in. Yes, it's an own goal. It's turned into his own net by Robbie Cundy. Bath City do have their fourth. Oppie Edwards given way too much space on the right-hand side. Drove the ball into the back post. I think Semenyo might have got on the end of it if the defender had him, but the first one came off the post, ricocheted into the empty net, and Bath City are cruising to a victory here at Twerton Park.
Oppie Edwards done well, got me on the side, flashed it across, and I think Cundy's hit the ball against the post. It's hidden and gone in.
Bath City won't care. They have their fourth goal, and finally the floodgates are opening here at Twerton Park after months of toil in front of goal. This corner kick, big men up from the back for Gloucester City in Cundy and Williams. He's drifted in by Ed Williams. It's a good ball, free header. Oh, it's gone wide of the post. A chance to make an immediate amends there for Robbie Cundy, and really should have been doing better with a free header from about 6 yards. Still half an hour to go here at Twerton Park. If you're just tuning in, it's Bath City 4, Gloucester City 1. Ball's flying in this afternoon as Semenyo looks to get in behind again here. Shows good strength. Just about holds the ball up. He's forced wide, but back to Compton. Crosses first time. Cleared on that occasion by Matt Williams, and now Gloucester can look to break through Hanks and Plays the long ball forward over the top for Joe Parker. Just chases in behind here. Parker dinks it over Southwood. He says he put too much on it. Yes, he has. Puts it over the net. A glorious opportunity once again for Gloucester City. And with Luke Southwood really in no man's land, Joe Parker should have scored. Here's Tom Smith though, looking to set Edwards again down the right hand side. He's in behind here. Edwards this time checks back onto his left foot, lays it into Semenyo. Oh, it's well blocked in front of his goalkeeper there on that occasion by Robbie Cundy. Semenyo on his weaker foot didn't quite get all of it, but Opie Edwards is looking like a real live wire this afternoon. Now with Straker halfway inside the Gloucester half, bounces past one. He's got Watkins down the left. Ball doesn't quite find his way to the front man. Kieran Thomas battling away, does well, picks up loose ball and then tries to stride forward. Semenyo gets back in really well though to pick the ball up. That's good battling back by Semenyo. Dan Ball then loses out there. Semenyo tries to get in again but loses out to Tom Webb, who's coming forward for Gloucester City, looking for someone on the right hand side. He doesn't have anyone. Eventually Thomas trots forward to give him an option, but didn't seem too keen to do so, the right back. Now it's into Hanks, nice little turn, slightly loses his foot in but retains possession. He turns away from Tom Smith. Cross is deflected behind for a Gloucester City corner kick. Corner drifted in here towards the penalty spot. Rising highest was Cundy, but it was a good block. Now with Compton in the centre circle. Edwards on the right-hand side again here as an option. He's overhit the ball on this occasion, but gets a clap from his manager. It was certainly the right idea from Jack Compton. Goes back to Miles Welch-Hayes, closed down quickly, but gets the ball forward to Edwards on the halfway line and skips inside Hall nicely and away from him. Still going here, Edwards. A Straker on the left, leaves it for Compton instead. He played it through to Semenyo on the edge of the box. Semenyo trying to find room, rolls it out to the left, and Straker had made the run. He'd have been in behind as it was. He was on his heels and slight miscommunication there. But Semenyo again, he's holding the ball up well, isn't he? But they can end the season in good form. This final month of the campaign that we're now in bodes well for 2018-19 as Opie Edwards caught offside on this occasion after a nice 1-2 with Anton Semenyo. Come back to that in a second as Ed Williams down the left-hand side. Plays it a nice ball in for Edge here, and then as he goes for goal under pressure, prods it wide of Luke Southwood's post. Going to see Matt Jarvis coming on. It's going to be Andy Watkins, I think, who makes way. Long ball forward for Semenyo to chase. He's done well. Semenyo goes, shoot, just shot across the goal into the back of the net. We said a few minutes ago he deserved a goal. Now he's got it. Once again, showing excellent tenacity. Gets the better of some poor Robbie Cundy defending. Fires it across James Haymon. And for the first time in the league this season, Bath City have thrived.
Some goal it was too from Antoine Semenyo. It's dodgy defending from Robbie Cundy. Probably wants the ground to swallow him up. Probably soft enough. It's great strength though from Antoine Semenyo. He's actually drilled it beyond James Haymon, who possibly a question mark for how he's beaten across him, but it's just a great strike. And an absolutely brilliant moment for the youngster Antoine Semenyo.
We haven't had the sponsors man of the match yet this afternoon. He's now giving Opie Edwards a run for his money. Yeah, James Wharton, who was going to start on Friday up at Welling. Game didn't go ahead, but he's going to get a short run out here in place of Jack Compton. Yeah, he's not had too much game time of late, James Morton, but there's a few minutes this afternoon as well. Welch-Hayes has it. Bath City potentially looking for a sixth. Out wide to Semenyo. Cuts onto his left foot. Back to Welch-Hayes. First touch for Morton, 25 yards out. He's going to go for goal. It's a curling effort. Oh, it's narrowly wide of the post from James Morton. What an introduction that would have been.
Yeah, it would have been an absolutely cracking goal. I think even Lewis Hall would have to give away goal of the match if he'd done that.
Now Welch-Hayes with it, nods it forward towards Morton on the halfway line. Brings it down, flicks it out to Edwards on the right-hand side. He skips inside Edwards, now to Morton, into Smith, 20 yards out, back to Morton again. Nice little interchange is brought down by Tom Webb. It'll be a free kick in a really central position, about 23 or so yards out, and no Jack Compton on the pitch, so there's going to be a bit of a committee meeting and argument about who takes this one.
Semenyo certainly looking the most prepared to hit one.
Lines up, it will be Semenyo, deflects off the top of the wall. Where's it going to loop to? Goes wide of the post, drops out of play for a corner kick, and if it got over the wall, I think it might have been troubling James Haymore.
It's 5 goals on the board, and it's an excellent all-round performance.
Here's Smith on the edge of the area, across to Welch-Hayes, 20 yards out, looks out wide to Edwards, slightly overhits it, does keep it in. Opie Edwards down by the corner flag. Still with it, he looks a few step overs back to Welch-Hayes. Maybe a chance to cross, back to Opie Edwards. Looks to take on his man. Oh, that's wonderful from Edwards, into the box. Can he pull it back? He can. Oh, fantastic defending by Cundy on that occasion. He's been responsible for 2 goals, not this time. Welch-Hayes' cross is then blocked behind for Isaac Kelly, but Opie Edwards is enjoying himself this afternoon. That was a wonderful bit of skill, just to knock it, run it past the defender. Well, it looks... Well, he stood by the corner flag, time wasting. I think I'm glad the referee's got the whistle, because if he did, somebody was about to come in and absolutely smash him when you lose winning by 4 goals. But that is the full-time whistle. Varsity have run out 5-1 winners here at Twerton Park. They did fall behind early on to Lewis Hall's free kick that deceived everyone and went into the back of the net. But Opie Edwards' deflected strike and Miles Welch-Hayes' header gave them the lead before half-time. Thomas Smith made it 3 in the opening minutes of the second half, and from there, despite a couple of Gloucester chances, there was no way back for the Tigers before an own goal from Robbie Cundy and Antoine Semenyo rounded out the scoring. The Romans have defeated the Tigers here at Twerton Park by 5 goals to 1. Varsity certainly with a very good Easter Monday.